Chris. How you doing, buddy? All right, so with the fucking return of the magazine that we all had to wait for when we were building our shit. Remember that, Chris, when we fucking ordered from fucking FBI, Fender Bender Incorporated? The return of the Mini Truck Magazine. In the house, we have Mr. Logan Wade. Hey, man.
How's it going, guys?
How are you doing? Welcome to the show, man. Glad to have you on.
Appreciate you guys for having me on.
So, dude, how did this? I understand that a few years ago the magazine disappeared. Okay, a lot of our old founders, are not around anymore, but some are still out. So, how did it come about when you got a hold of it?
So, it's kind of an interesting story. So, I have been in the photography scene for quite some time. I started. It's been now, I think 2012 or 2011 is whenever I really first started into the automotive photography scene. And so I'd kind of built up doing small things for other magazines and finally got my foot in the door in a couple different places and then started shooting with Street Trucks and a few other, obviously, nationwide magazines at that point. And Chase Yance and I were building my S10 for Street Trucks, a full tech build type kind of thing for the magazine.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there one day and we were having some conversations and he was like, I wonder what actually happened to the kind of the legal side of the magazine. And well, I just graduated law school last week, actually. So my legal brain started, kind of racking itself. And I kind of pushed it to the side because we were building the truck and, I was like, I'll think about it another time. Well, about 5 or 6 months goes by and we were working on another thing on the truck and he said it again. And I was like, you know what? That's actually really something that I want to look into. So I kind of took some time, dug into it and figured out there wasn't really much going on with it. And so I took the opportunity and I was like, well, this is either going to work or it's not going to work. And, luckily it kind of all fell into place. The law firm that I work for, I've done a few trademarking things in the past with them anyway. So I had a little bit of working knowledge about how it all worked and kind of a little bit of the inner workings of it. But then just kind of everything started working and falling into place. And here we are today. So,
because I know when Mini Truck Magazine disappeared, it was like 2000 something when it actually disappeared. I can't remember what actual date, but when it went away, a lot of people were just like, okay, is that the end of what we consider, like the end of the magazine, because Lowrider Magazine continued on with digital print and also still makes, regular print. And when a lot of people were like, we were all bummed, man. We were all bummed out because that was just something that like we all had. Like, I don't know how many magazines fucking you had when you were,
I had hundreds of Street Trucks, Mini Trucks.
What up, Chris?
All of them. I had boxes and boxes and boxes of them.
So, like Chris said, he remember buying them, and it's like, oh shit, man, this is the best mini truck content I've seen in a while. Oh hell yeah, thank you, Marcus. And that's the thing, like, like when we were all coming up in the scene as well as you, we remember waiting in the mailbox for that magazine. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah. And like the digital age is great, but for me, I'm just more of a paper kind of guy. And I guess that kind of just, it's got to be something physical. And I mean, while the internet's great and while you can look at all thousands of pictures that we take and all this kind of, where it's just easily accessible to everybody, at the same time, there's something that holds a special spot in my heart for printed stuff. And that's why, I have a whole wall in the bedroom that's just got some of my photography on it from over the years. I have it printed. I have, just actual prints made because I care so much about that instead of flipping through it on a computer or a cell phone.
Yeah, it's great that you were able to say rise it, make it rise from the dead of what a lot of people thought that was going to be the end of the magazine. You know what I mean? Like we were all like, holy shit, you know, is that it? You know, like, all right, are we just going to be able to see what we see on the internet and go to shows and whatnot? You know, and then out of nowhere, it was like, boom, it's like the return, and it's like, holy shit, like this is really going down. Because like when you go look through the, like when you guys type it in on Facebook, it shows up the page, the old page, and then your guys' page comes up underneath it, and I'm just like, that's badass, because you see when you click on the old page, you see old, like so many, like just history of what mini trucking is, you know, and then you click on what's now, and then you see the big difference of what builds were from the 80s and 90s compared to like what we were doing in 2000s, you know.
Right. And I think that's one big thing that I've really tried to keep intertwined with this portion of the magazine, is really kind of showcasing that it can still be that original feel. I wanted to bring in some of that original type content for the magazine. And, you know, it all takes time. Like I have never, ever done anything print wise myself. Like this, you know, was kind of an undertaking that I was like, all right, we've got to, like, I mean, it wasn't something that I was ever like, I'm going to, you know, easily get into this printing business. But thankfully I have a good guy that's doing the printing, and obviously, you know, we've had some issues with the first copy of it coming out, which I addressed with everybody.
That's the thing, dude. Everybody, like, I've seen posts where it's just like, I got mine. And then people are just like laughing and going, somebody's, what was it? Chrissy goes, mine is still together. Even when I opened it, like, you know, I still have it's still together without it falling apart, or, you know, like when you, after you bend it and use it after a while. So it's like, you know, the way people are taking in that, you know, you brought it back is just great. Oh shit, Joey Whitby. Hey Logan, how's it going?
Joey?
Yeah.
Well,
so it's
like and the thing is like, you know, it's a learning curve, and that's what I've told everybody. We ran so many tests. I mean, I went through so much paper just in test pieces that like we had to buy more paper before we could actually start printing the magazine for everybody else. Because I wanted it to be right. I wanted it to be good. And then, you know, once we started shipping them, we started seeing that the problems really started arising from that. And that's that stapling. That's why the next issue, and that's why I started telling everybody, we've already started switching from staples all the way over to perfect bound. That way we go away from the staple. We don't have to worry about it, because we it's too difficult for us to try and get the post office to be as gentle as possible with those magazines. Like it's just not going to happen. But we've done everything we could, and, you know, we've told people, you know, if yours absolutely got destroyed, you know, we're gonna ship out some extra ones to people that, you know, that need them, because that's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And
are you doing your own feature for yourself with the truck, your truck, your personal vehicle?
In the first issue of the magazine, we did a tech article on it. So originally, while I was doing tech for this truck with street trucks, I just kind of shifted it from street trucks over to MiniTruckin, and so so we did a sliding rag top by Legacy in it as a full tech article. And, you know, we're going to do different things like that eventually
little by little throughout the magazine then.
Correct. So
you're not going to do it all in one shot.
No, and that was why we wanted to do it this way, because we're going to do a stock floor body drop on it. It's an 01 S10 Extreme, but we're actually going to show the full process from beginning to end on a stock floor body drop. Because no one has ever done that in print, and so that was what Chase and I had talked about doing, and we wanted to do that. So
Jeremy Harris says, how do we get another magazine if yours is damaged? Jeremy, if your pages are stuck together, homie, like that, he's not gonna refund you if your pages are stuck together. You know, that's a, you know, user error. Yeah.
User abuse.
Yeah. So the thing about it is we're going to have some extra prints made. I haven't started those copies yet because we were fighting with the postal service to get everything out as fast as possible. But if they will just either send us a message on Facebook, or they can email us if you just go onto the website and email us, or it's minitruckinllc@gmail.com.
Okay.
If you'll just send us an email, that way we can take care of it.
All right. So, oh shit, are you gonna? Our producer asked if you're gonna have a frame podcast article in the magazine.
If
You
you guys
never
want
know.
to do something, I'm glad to put it in there.
Dude, that'd be great, man.
The first few copies of the magazine, the first, these 3 issues for the year, we're sticking with 100 pages. 100 pages is not a lot, but it's a whole lot when you think about it.
Yeah, but
For me,
that was more than before in the magazine. That was
Right.
way more than before in the original magazine.
so it
know.
filled up really fast in comparison to what I thought. Because at the beginning, I was like, you know what? I thought for sure, 100 pages was going to be hard to fill. But then as I sat there and filled it all in, I was like, oh man, this went so fast. So for next year, it'll be quarterly for 2025, but we'll be doing between 120 and 130 pages. So that's what it is, for now, but we're building it each time.
All right, let me stop you right there. You got Michael Myers. What does Mr. Wade drive? And he said an S10 Extreme. Is it the extra cab?
Yeah. So yep, 01 S10 Extreme extra cab.
Okay. All right. So oh shit, damn everybody. How can we advertise on this magazine? Thank you, Mark. See, there you go.
The easiest way to get a hold of us is either shoot us a message on Facebook, or if you email us minitruckinllc@gmail.com. I'll take a look at everything. And like I said, I'm just now graduating law school, so my brain was kind of elsewhere for a week or so while I finalized all my finals and got through graduation.
Yeah.
So now I'm actually like back into the swing of things with getting emails sent back and everything. So I had a million to do. I'm trying to get back to everybody. I promise.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking great, dude. So throughout of you having to was it hard for you to be able to get a hold of the MiniTruckin? I'm gonna say the brand, because it was, Vegas and a couple other people that created it back then. Was it hard to, or did you have to be like, hey man, go and talk to them or talk to whoever had it before? Was there difficult?
I actually didn't have to talk to anybody. And I know it's not what everybody wants to hear, because, businesses come and go, and, that's kind of just the ebb and flow of nature.
Yeah.
But when I started looking into it, it was still kind of in a place where you couldn't get a hold of it the first time I looked. And then the second time that I looked, basically everything had been abandoned. And at that point, you can start working your way toward getting it. And so that's what I had started doing, started that process at that point in time.
So there was no, you just waited, and then as soon as it came up, you're just like, boom. So nobody, there was no fighting. You didn't have to fight with anybody about it, pretty much.
Right. So, and I know people have seen it, and I always try to address it. Another person does own that trademark as well for the apparel. They did get that. So, but as far as the magazine in and of itself goes, that was out there, and that's what I was really focused on, because that's what I really wanted to bring back.
Trying to actually get the magazine version of that brand.
Correct. So that's what I did, and it, like, I mean, businesses come and go, and that's what I hated to see, was that it was, eligible to be taken. I just was thankful and, grateful enough to try it and see.
A lot of mini trucks.
Yeah. So I mean,
me and Chris, we thank you to a lot of mini truckers, man. Like, for you to bring it back and to see that everybody is like, boom, dude, so many Facebook posts.
I've seen the magazine so many times.
Yeah.
Facebook,
I didn't order one. I haven't had a chance to order one. You know what I mean? We haven't, we're busy with everything, and, but hell yeah, dude, if we get a hold of one, we'll definitely, check it out. you know, and
Well, I
that's crazy.
appreciate that.
Because, like, you are bringing something back that a lot of us have wondered, you know, was it going to come back? Was it going to be as big as what it was when, you know, Mike and all them started it from back in the day? You know what I
Right.
mean? You look at the history of the magazine, it started with them and then now it evolved and now you have it. And now you're taking it up to a whole different level of, you know, you look at the old magazine and you shorten it up, you turned it into a different style content of what you like, and you're focusing more on the build, the in-depth, the details. And a lot of the magazine back then focused on a lot of just hitting shows, parties, and, you know, just kind of like the debauchery of what was then. Of now that we're like older, you know, we all
Right.
grew up that party phase. You know?
Right. And so the good news is that the way that we can do this is, I mean, since I own it, we can make this fluid. It can change all the time. And that's what I always tell people. That's the best part about it. We work so hard to include show coverage from other countries. So like in the first issue, we have Australian coverage from Cruise to the Pines.
Nice.
Yeah.
We
So
had
that's in,
Bo. We had Bo on from Melbourne, who was petitioning for Perfect Poise, actually.
nice. That's cool because so AJ Gervin, Redemption Media on Facebook and Instagram, he's our photographer there in Australia.
Nice.
Yeah, so he got some killer shots over there, and it's really cool to see. I mean, like we're all in this kind of huge scene together across the world, but you know, you never really get to see all those builds and everything that goes on over there. So it's interesting to see.
Derek asked, any plans for contributors for both articles and photos, like a street team or for each state? Yeah.
Possibly. You know, it's not something that I've thought of. And like I told people at MiniNets when we made the full, you know, announcement of the first issue, I'm all ears for what people would like to see, what they want to do. Again, it's not a corporation.
Another like and subscriber. Bam.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, that's kind of the best thing is that it's not a corporation that owns it, you know, that's doing this because, you know, here's what the dollars say.
Yeah, you're doing it because, you know what it's about and how, you know, like, you know, you have a feeling for it, like, damn, you know, this is something that's fucking, I want people to see again, you know.
Right. And that's why I was like, it can change all the time. Because I know in MiniNets, a few of the female mini truckers were asking if they could have a little section. And I was like, yeah, of course. You know, that I think that's a cool idea to feature a female's ride and what got her into it kind of throughout each different issue. So that's something that we're looking into. It's just things like that we can always add and change. And it's not going to be the same every time either.
Yeah. We did our first my first episode before Chris came on. I did the girls from Extreme Lows, and they were, you know, phenomenal. Just a group of females that are building just phenomenal trucks. You know what I mean, left and right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's just it shows that, you know, a lot of you touch a lot of stuff that's like really good about the scene. You know, and then you're bringing back something that's so badass that like people are like, all right, let's do this. You know what I mean? Like, once again, you know, it's like motivating everybody that has their fucking projects sitting in the, you know, in the carport. Fuck you, not you, fucking this asshole, fucking, because my shit box is sitting in my carport.
It's all right.
You know,
it's okay.
Yeah. You know, but it's cool that you are doing that, you know, and you're able to get the feedback on will the Michael Myers asked, will these be sold at newsstands, magazines, or will it stay privately sold?
So the plan is, thankfully, the guy that does all the publishing for me, like the printing and everything, he's local to me. He's about 2 hours away from me, so it's great because I can kind of intertwine everything that I do.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, so I'm in Tennessee, and it's like 2 hours away from me.
Yeah,
and it's
that's not bad at all, bro. Like,
no.
You just sit there and be like, I got something.
Yeah. So the plan is, hopefully either by next year or the following year, we'll put it on newsstands. I'm just taking it one step at a time, and you know, we'll go from there. And switch suspension, that's great. I'm I'm
Tanner.
happy to have
Hell yeah.
anybody on board. So
All right.
yeah.
Well, on that note, Tanner says, Tanner Riddell says, Switch Suspension is on board to advertise and do tech articles. So there you go, man.
Yeah, and that's
So if
yeah. I
you ever
actually
want to come down, there you go.
yeah, and I talked with them at MiniNats, and I was so thankful to talk to Tanner and everybody there because it's what it's all about, right? Intertwining all of us together, doing everything that we can as a scene and as a community. I think that's where we, as I mean, yes, it's a niche kind of thing, but at the same time, we're all in this together, and once everybody
We're all
sees it
trying
and
to
does
do
it,
the same shit, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
achieve
I think
goals,
once.
hang out, and, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing is we're all kind of in it to do it. And I was never in it to make money. I was never in it to be this kind of like, oh yeah, just give me all your money and I'll make this great product. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Well,
honestly not really.
You live it and breathe it like the rest of us. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I mean and that's why I didn't care if it made. I just didn't want to sink the battleship basically to do it.
Yeah.
I was willing to do whatever it took,
Yeah.
and like that's why I wasn't price gouging for the magazines. That's why basically it's at cost with just a little bit, so that because the shipping fluctuates just based on where it's going.
Okay.
So it's just covering my costs on that, and then that's it. So we just wanted to do it, and that's why we went with the heavyweight paper. That's why we went with some of the best type printing that we
I
could.
want you to put that on a bookshelf.
What?
I want to put that on a bookshelf. Just put
Yep.
it on the top right there.
Yeah.
That's why we gave that heavy paper. Yeah.
Yep. And so the paperweight that we're using is, it's a full white gloss paper. It's not something cheap. It's not going to be see-through. I mean, it's really heavyweight. So like when you ship this thing, I've got a copy of it here. When you ship it, it's thick. So I mean, it's a hefty magazine. So I mean,
that looks thick, dude. That looks like a catalog right there.
Right?
I thought it was a catalog. I thought it was a catalog for like
I mean, 100 pages. 100 pages. Oh, and I see Edward's comment on there. Yes. So the printer, when he ran through the first set of the CSV file, the column with how many you actually ordered was all the way to the right, and the printer didn't recognize that. Like the actual machine didn't recognize that column, so it only printed one, and it shipped one at a time. So they've gone back now and realized, oh gosh, people ordered 2 or 3 copies. So those are on their way as well. They're getting shipped out too.
As soon as the order comes in, it prints it out. You know what I mean, right? Kind of.
So in the first part of it, because we needed to see how many subscribers we were going to have, because I needed to be able to order enough paper. I needed to make sure I had enough timing for printing and all that stuff.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I'm gonna say, like, if I was you, like, I know the feeling you had when as soon as you let it go, I knew, dude. I knew, like, when I saw people getting it, I'm like, this food just open. It's gonna go fucking viral, and it went phenomenal. Like, like you're like, I just want to see a couple prints. No, dude, like you sent out a print, and it went far. Like people it was like, holy shit, this is happening. Like, dude, people thought it wasn't even real half the time. You know that, right? Like people thought, like, this is real. Like, is he like this really going on? Like, is this really coming back? And you're just like, here you go, man, bam.
And that was, the good news is that because I can kind of change how we do everything each time, I'm learning every time. So we're making improvements each step of the way. Like I said before with the staples and things, that's why we're moving away from that. We thought, because like all the copies that I actually picked up, like from him whenever we did this, it was all good to go. Like I had no problems with them at all. But then it's like as soon as you start shipping them and moving them around a whole lot, because that paper is so heavy, it just can rip through. And we even tried heavier, like before MiniNats, I even tried a heavier cover. I did all kinds of things to test it, and it still didn't fix it.
Even like a bigger staple? Even like a bigger staple? Or
we did bigger staples. We did a thick cover. I mean, I did everything possible, and it wasn't going to cut it. That's why I told everybody, look, I apologize. I wanted to get you guys a good product out there. The first one, like the everything except for that, I feel like is great. That's why we were like, well, the next move is just move to perfect bound, and that's going to be that. So it'll be like all your other magazines where it's like got the spine on the side, and it'll just be kind of glued in instead of staple.
Patrick says, I was for real stalking my mailman. I know his name now. Damn fool. Don't be stalking your mailman, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like shit, dude. Now he's gonna tell your wife all those dirty shit that you ordered.
And that was the other thing too is post offices around the country have not been the greatest help either. So, and I can explain this till I'm blue in the face, I'm sure, to everybody. But like I even saw it on a personal level, not just in regards to the magazine. So I had ordered boxes to ship banners in, right? And I was like, all right, we're good to go. So I ordered them because it's the same ones that I've been using for a while. Place the order around mini nets. Normally it takes like 3 to 5 days, and they're at my doorstep, and I'm back to shipping banners. Well, it said that they arrived in Knoxville on April 30th in the post office. It said arrived and ready for whatever.
Like,
they sat there.
They're not
What?
magazines.
I know. I was like, they literally came from Georgia to Tennessee. So then they sat there until May 14th, or no, I'm sorry, May 13th.
They sat there that long.
Yep.
That long they sat there. Holy shit, dude. That fucking post office guys. It's just fucking magazines. They're not porno. They're porno to us. So it's
right. So
porno.
It's so dumb. And that's why I was like, I've called post offices. I know my printer has called the postmasters at different locations trying to figure out if they can get them moving. So basically what happens is, because that was just on a personal level with the boxes, what happened was when we shipped all the boxes in to the local post offices, they just held on to them and they didn't let them go for several days. So it was very strange, but they just sat there, and some are still sitting there. We have called and we've asked what's going on. Some it says they won't be delivered until the 20th. And that's just on the post office themselves. And I'm trying my best, but fighting.
And honestly, dude, as much as we like, no one, honestly, and everybody in the mini truck community right now is not going to give you any hate, and everyone's going to wait patiently. You're going to get some shitty comments like, I only got 2, I got 1, and you're going to have people say that. But at the same time, as long as you do like you're doing the customer service, like you're handling that, it'll be fine. I don't think people are going to hate on that at all.
Yeah, but that's what I was trying to do. And that's what I was telling everybody. It's a learning curve for me. Again, I've not ever done anything like that before. I've never shipped at a mass kind of scale before, and I know people that do, and they always run into problems. And so I that's why I told everybody, hey, I'm working through it, and we're going to see if the post offices can help me out in any way. But so far, they've not been too much help.
Are you still gonna do like the old magazine when they had the back when everybody could like send in their like they had the random fucking pictures of everybody's truck in the back?
Yeah. So what we did was there is a section in the magazine that we called Outside the Pages, and it is
it's like back. Yeah, it's just shit, dude. It's like just like.
So it's got all kinds of good pictures on there.
Dude, that's badass, bro. Fuck yeah, it's just like it was back then. Yeah, just like in the back of the fucking page when you fucking
Toys for Tommy on the back.
There's all Tom's. There's most of Tom's.
Go Tom! I love that, bro. That's badass. I love that background.
But it's
even Dan Pass said nobody's gonna be mad. We got our magazine back, and that's what everybody was wanting, bro. Like you're a godsend. Thank you for fucking doing that, bro. Because a lot of us now it's like nostalgia. Now we're not we don't have to order parts at a fender vendor anymore. Now we're ordering parts like directly from the source that we need to get them from.
Right.
Yeah. And other possibilities that you can order from, and you're not even ordering it from the website.
Right. Yeah.
From the dude you want to order.
Yeah.
You're ordering some Japanese crap.
Yeah. So it's like, so you're doing everybody a big favor to bring that back, and that's badass, man. Like, to sit there and resurrect something that everybody thought was gone, and now that you're taking it to a whole different level, getting into in-depth, changing it up to how you want it to be. I just can't wait to see the next issues and what you're going to do with it, man, because if you ever come down to Arizona, shit, dude, we got a desk, man. Fucking we'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Well,
no problem.
my plan is, so I take the bar exam at the end of July, but my plan is I have to fly out to Arizona. I'm meeting a few people out there anyway, probably in the next month or so before the bar exam. So whenever I do, we'll come out there and stop by.
Hell yeah, sounds like a plan, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shit,
so
man,
just
trying
to, and like I said, it's all about kind of building the community back from everybody. So West Coast, East Coast, it doesn't matter. To me, I want everybody involved in it. So
at 9:00, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions because you're a lawyer. All right. What?
All right.
Okay, we'll handle that in the controversial questions because now that we know there's a mini truck lawyer. What is he saying? Mini truck lawyer, we'll handle that at 9, so and Nico, our biggest fan, number one fan, was it hard to get the magazine? From McMullen Publishing, so I forgot about that.
So that still had nothing to do with just having the trademark and the brand.
So pretty much when, like how you said earlier, when you looked at it, it was already abandoned. It was already it was empty.
Yep.
It was
basically it had all been dropped and abandoned. So at that point, like no business actually owned it. There wasn't anything that was owned by anybody at that point.
Okay.
So that's why undertaking it at that point was kind of the best kind of scenario, because I didn't have to go through with purchasing it from somebody else and doing all that. It just kind of fell into place when it needed to, basically.
Well, there you go, Nico. You got your answer right there. It was already abandoned by that time. That sounds so hard to fucking say that.
And that's what I was going to say. That's why I was saying earlier, it's hard to see businesses come and go, but that's kind of nature, right? But at the same time, I know this was a a big piece of the community and what drove people to to build and continue doing what they loved and being a part of it. So it's shitty to say that they had dropped it all, but as a business closes down and they say, we're not going to print this anymore, it's not going to be a brand or a business anymore, then that's just kind of what happens.
Because everybody at that time when it began to disappear, I think everybody was everybody that was a part of that magazine was already going their own ways, and everything was just, they weren't, I'm going to say they were all on the same page, but they were already ready to venture off into different things. You know what I mean? And it does suck because businesses do come and go, and and a lot of us never thought we would see the magazine disappear. And then when it did, and then when it came back, it was just like, like something surreal. Like, okay, are we going to go back to seeing what we order? Can we find a fender bender in there somewhere? I know they're probably long gone, bro, but that would be funny to just do like a little article, be like, remember what it was.
And that's why we're trying our best to kind of throw back some of that stuff. Like, I won't give away all the secrets of everything, but I mean, like in the first page of the, that's, like going old school kind of with his. So I mean, really trying to play off of that, but at the same time, learning, what it can, we can do different things now. But like,
see a lot anymore.
But I talked to Tanner's got some good ideas.
I'm like, you don't see that company a lot anymore. I remember when they would remember on the internet when you would have the little you could touch the little bags and it would show you the little truck and it would be like, this is how the airbags work.
Yep.
Like I remember just seeing that, and it's crazy, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, that's why I like this so much, because it's not like we're not having to call people in other countries to verify, like, oh, is it okay to add this section of the magazine or add this whatever.
Okay.
It's
So
all
this
of
is
that.
just me. This is just me because I've mini trucker at heart, and a lot of I believe you should offer you should have a page that says for the legends are never gone, and just show like Lori, Alex, Tito, and all the fallen mini truckers. Yeah, the remembrance page of all the mini truckers that became of that what started what the community is now. What is the heart of the older magazine. You know what I mean? But would also be good.
Chad Chris.
Looking to advertise too. There you go, dude. You got Chad Chris looking at that now. So but like I said, like to have that page to remember old mini truckers that passed away and they're not with us anymore, and are you gonna that would be great to do that, because that is a part of history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I've talked to a couple people about doing just that. So that's kind of in the works. We wanted to do it right, so we're still kind of figuring out how we want to do it. But there's that, and then something that I had thought about bringing to the magazine itself is kind of an in remembrance page that's people that are in the scene that have passed recently or within the last couple of years. And it's kind of like it's just like a memorial page to those. So something like that
too. Offered throughout different issues of the magazine throughout, or is that just going to be something once in a while you'll have that in there?
So it would be like each magazine, it would change. That way, like people could submit pictures and say like, this is my brother or this was my significant other, whoever passed away that was in it, and then we could change it every issue.
Yeah, right there, like Chris said, yes, Ernie Macias, aka Mr. Heffa himself, a legend. I was able to meet him in person many times, and party with that man, the grass whisperer, and he, like I said, Ernie Macias is a big staple. Also, Tito was also a big staple. Alex Hu was a big staple. Laurie Starling in Australia was a big staple.
Right.
You have many different clubs that they're, Ryan Leonard from Severed Ties, a lot of people that have paved the way for mini trucking, and it's awesome that, you're able to bring something back, and to do the remembrance page will be something that'll be a big tribute to the older, to like what was then and what was now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's awesome that you're doing that, and continue what you're doing. Like, I can't wait to see what you're gonna do next, and continue with the build of your S10. Are you gonna build anything newer, or are you just doing the truck that you have, or what else you got?
Not really sure yet. We haven't really decided. I had to kind of take a step back on the build process while I was doing law school. It's not for the law school is not for the faint of heart. It takes up a lot of time. So I work full time in the law firm as well. So like balancing law school, this, and the magazine at the same time. I wanted to take some time off from the truck itself, but still wanted to give all my attention to the magazine. So eventually we'll do, something different. But
dude, you see Chad's fucking comment? Doing a great job. The page quality is still good. Look, it feels great on my fingers. The fuck?
Well, that's what it's all about. That's the,
Well, I don't know what kind of yeah, dude. Those pages aren't gonna stick together anymore now. Between his fingers. I put my order for 2 mags. There you go, Chad Chris ordering 2 magazines, man. That's dude. You're gonna have so many people. Maybe some club Oh, he probably already has that. Bam. Club.
So we're gonna do that. That will probably come in the next couple issues. Again, 100 pages. It fills up so fast. I was trying to not do not trying to do a ton of advertising, because I wanted, while the advertisers are great because, that's who's in this scene with us together, and I wanted to showcase what they're bringing out and stuff. I really wanted to bring basically to the forefront shows and features and tech builds, or whatever we could do that was intertwining the scene. So it's really hard to do that, but I want to bring back a lot of this stuff. So some of the things may be smaller for the first rest of the year, and then next year really really going forward. But we did. I see the under construction comment there.
Yeah.
Did our own version of under construction.
What is your version?
It's called Construction Zone.
Dude, I'm gonna say this. Can you just DM me, dude, and send me and Chris a fucking mag? Is that cool?
So that's how we did it this time.
Badass.
But
that's a different version of it, dude. That's like little mini tech articles on their shit.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, you get a little bit of what they're doing. I ask everybody to kind of write their own little statement about the build.
I like that.
But eventually it'll turn into something a little bit more than that. It was just
keep it like that. What is that? show them the back. Show them the back.
So the back cover, Toys for Tommy took the back cover. So
there we go.
There we go.
Dude, he's got some good shit.
The good news is, so something cool about the way that we do this is actually we fully print up here the person's address and name. So it's not a label. It doesn't go on the front cover. It goes on the back.
So it don't ruin it.
Yep. So we no longer ruin it. So it's a full print across.
Yeah, I remember having to sit there with the fucking sticker and just.
Yep. Because we didn't want to ruin, like it's tough to say like, oh well, it would be like right here or something.
Right
so
in the middle
luckily,
of shit. Yeah, I hate that shit.
So it was, it's something that we thought about doing, and it worked out this time. So I think we'll continue doing that. It was easy enough to be able to make the block, and then that way, basically, they run it through and print everything, and then each copy, it's like customized for the person, basically, because at the top, it's got their name, their address. And that way, it truly is kind of a personalized copy.
That's badass, dude. It kind of makes it feel like it's your own, like, personal.
Yeah.
Right, dude. That's bad. That's something you don't see a lot. That fucking the old magazine used to offer.
Yeah, trying to do different things that I think people would like, but also it makes it more collectible because you don't have to worry about the cover, ripping off all the pages and all that stuff. So. And
like Chrissy said, hers was still together.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. It's it's hard to do, but shipping is not.
Chad Chris says full color, no mix, black and whites / color.
So I know that they, I think it was up until early 2000s. A lot of the magazines were like half and half, black and white, and then half color. And that was like for features and everything. Like usually the first page, the first part of the spread was full color, and then it swapped to black and white. I thought about doing some throwbacks to that. It's just going to depend on that.
Mad Scientist showing you some love there.
I appreciate that.
That dude, that fool's his Mazda's coming along fucking pretty gnarly. Yeah. So, dude, another crazy thing. Are you doing all the photography yourself? Like, are you? So you go out. So are you hitting it, or is it just like, because it's got to be you're traveling. Are you going to Rolling in the Red Rocks too, right?
So I'm only doing some of the photography. I luckily had a great group of people. Some of them live here locally to me, but then also I've known a lot of the photographers out there, for many years. So they all were willing to jump on this crazy train with me to figure out, what we were going to do. So thankfully, I have photographers all over the place. I've got one in Japan, Shitaro. He was actually at MiniNats this year, so that was pretty cool to see because he flew all the way in just for MiniNats.
Well, there's a lot of Japan guys, like a lot of fucking, goddamn it, I can barely pronounce his name. He's a Severed Ties member, and he comes out, Masayoto. And he comes out every year too, also for SEMA and a bunch of stuff. So it's like, damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. So luckily we had some people around here that I knew of already that, shot with me either at Gage or at Street Trucks or like CK Truck, whatever, everything. So thankfully I had a few people like, that were here, and then I've got a couple people out on the West Coast. And then we obviously had AJ from.
You just hit them up and go, hey man, this is a show coming up. Can you go boom, 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 send some shots? So pretty much you just send your feelers out, and then everybody just does the job, boom, 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 sends it back, and there it goes.
Yeah, and then we do all the design work. We work on placement and stuff in the magazine, because that's not something I had ever done before either. So learning how to actually place it and do it all, the layouts and stuff. That's all our team, me and everybody else working on it. So
has there been any really bad feedback on how how you bringing it back, or have you had any, has it all been positive?
I think everything's been positive, all except for the issues with the first copy once we shipped it out and stuff with the staples and the cover. Other than that, I've had nothing but positive things, which has been great. As an attorney, I don't get butt hurt very easy, so that's normally not a problem for me. And I just wanted everybody to enjoy this.
Cool.
Typically, I'm going full force in a courtroom. That's usually my standpoint. So to have everybody where I'm like
going full force on a magazine now, so it's like it's a different courtroom on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But for this, I really wanted people to enjoy it, and I wanted all the feedback, whether it was good, bad, or ugly. I would rather know now so that we can start working to fix it and make it better for the future. Because I don't plan on this going anywhere. It's going to stay here. We're going to continue working on it, and we'll keep producing it. So it's going to stay around. I just I wanted all the feedback now, and as we build it, still give us feedback. If there's things that people are like, oh, I hate this, then great, let me know.
Chad Chris says, luckily you have like 40 years of old magazines to help you out. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
and so
it was ahead of their time at that time.
Yeah, and so I took some, obviously doing photography for different magazines for many years. I've seen lots of different layouts, but what I did was I started flipping through, and I started taking bits and pieces of ones that I liked, and we kind of made our own off of those. There will be some throwbacks that I do back to the original, like first kind of layouts of the original MiniTruckin Magazine, just because I think that some of those were really advanced for that time period, and I think it'd be cool to do some throwbacks.
Many trucks, dude, that were like way advanced at that time, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that we do some things like that, and that's again something why I think it's great to not have a corporate boss or somebody over all of us saying like, oh, you have to do it a specific way. Yeah. Well, every layout's going to be different. Every show coverage is going to be different. All those things can be different every time because that's just how we can do. So.
Anything you want to add on that way?
Everybody else has been asking, and you've been asking, so.
And anything you think you would want to see out of the magazine, like what?
I just want to see the magazine.
Like I said, dude. Like I said, DM me or Chris, dude. If you could send us one, fucking, that.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I'll send you one.
Yeah, like it's just crazy because, when I found out, like a lot of my an old roommate of mine who's an old school mini trucker, and he was like, dude, he goes, you're gonna have them on? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I go, because it's you guys, the MiniTruckin Magazine has paved the way for all of us to build something,
right.
And then you're gonna have like OG members that started bagging trucks, Brian Gendro, and then when it comes to that, it's like, holy shit, you can do whole retro shit, and go back to interview them and be like, hey man, like this, do a tech article like back then and where he first put the bag, on that Toyota. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that it's something. Yeah, or like what? Like how you said,
do something different. If they would have known something now that they would have never thought of then, what would they have done different?
Yeah, like that would be tight to show a lot of like what was done then, and then go like a before, not like a before, right? Like would it be a before?
Like when it came out in the
Yeah.
magazine when they built that truck,
And then to
or
what?
own that truck, whatever. What's something that you now that it's 20
Outplayed,
years
yeah.
later, 40 years later, what would you do different now to that truck you're building that you're putting back?
That's true. And like on that, like with your truck that you're building, are you touching on anything? Do you have a theme, or are you just keeping it, just bagging in extreme, or you have a whole theme set up of what you're trying to do with the truck?
So basically, I'm kind of doing it. Well, when I started it with street trucks, the premise of it was that you could basically do things on a smaller budget. It did not have to. It did not have to be a Fat Fab's $1 million build.
Okay, but okay, dude. Like I want to tell you, I've heard that before, and me and Chris know that like a budget, like our budget to your budget, or to like somebody else. Every budget's different. Like
Right.
like
Well,
I know our budget's
Struggle bus and budget.
yeah, but
So mine is more like, all right, so Chase Janssen, I took on the whole thing. Like he's helping me build it. So it's literally like in a small little shop, not really like an actual like huge shop or anything at all. It's kind of like a backyard build. That's what we were doing it for.
like a mom and pop style shop, I guess.
Kind of, yep. So that way, it could show that, even if you just had $1,000 or $2,000, that's
Oh shit!
really all that you needed to do.
What up, Michaela?
So,
she,
yeah.
her right there. That Toyota, she has built that truck and she's got it. Her husband has walked her through some stuff, but all the work has been her. Like
Yeah.
that whole truck has been her. Like from the minute she got it, she has been working on that, and her husband just been like standing there walking her through some stuff, the bed, and they're like the couple that is building stuff together,
Which
so
is
like,
awesome.
If
I
you
love
want to
that.
do an article on her and her girls and some extreme lows chicks, dude, they're building a lot of females are building badass shit right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, at Mini-Nats, I know that they had like the all females cruise and different things, and I think there was like over 70 or 90. I can't remember how many, and that was shocking how many females actually showed up for that that are in this, because I mean, at a show you see some, but you don't see them all together.
And that's the thing.
So,
and that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize, like it's not just dudes that are building fucking trucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have husbands that are building their wives' trucks. You have women that are building their own trucks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you have women that are like, all right, cool, show me how to do it. I'll take this on.
Yep.
What up, Brandon? Like it's a whole thing when you see couples like Chris right here. So when he wrecked his truck, him and his old lady, you know what I mean, went ham on, bro. Like took it apart, put some parts on, got some shit. I'm doing
for a while, and then picked it back up again.
And now I'm doing I'm doing the other half of it. Now that it's back, and it's just like to see that couples are building shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's another. Like you don't see that a lot. Like you said, there's a lot of females that are 70 plus, dude. There's probably a lot more.
Oh, there definitely is. That was just at Mini-Nats. That's what I was saying. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, girl power, definitely.
Yeah, and it's amazing because they were all together here, and I think that's why it was so surprising, because like at shows, there's there is a lot of females in the scene, but you don't see them all together. So once everybody kind of got together and they did that group photo, it kind of put it into perspective. I think that there is a whole lot more to it than just, oh yeah, there's some females in the scene. No, there's a lot of females in the scene, and And so I think that's something that we start showcasing a whole lot.
There's the females that are building stuff that you're just like, damn.
Yep.
Like, holy shit. I don't know where those skills came from, but damn, dude, that's some badass shit.
Oh yeah.
What's her name in Australia? I can't remember her name. She built friend with the green Toyota. She built that all herself.
I think her name is Jade or Jade. It's Jade Green or something like that. Yeah.
Jade Green. I was watching an interview and she was talking about how, she wasn't really into cars and she needed a daily driver and she picked up that truck as a daily driver and to see that what it is now, it's just, you know what I mean? Females are throwing out some shit. I hate to say it, guys. They're gaining on us, bro. They're gaining on us, and they're building some shit. And another fact that I wanted to ask is on top of the magazine, are you offering the magazine not only as a subscription, but is there any perks that come with that? Like, do they get is there anything that offers other than just the magazine? Like, do they get any other behind the scenes? Like, do they any special items, or like, do they get to, like, if they go to a show, they get to give you a high five?
So I'm always down for a high five. So anytime, I'm a really personal person, so I always come up and say, hey, I don't know a stranger, as everybody always tells me. But for the first few issues, I haven't done anything extra special for the subscribers yet, just because obviously getting it off the ground, I was like, okay, I've got to really focus on getting it there first. But the plan is there's going to be some surprises for next year. I'm not going to ruin any of the surprises yet for anybody, but there will be surprises for next year that I've been working on. It's just, it's got to wait a little bit longer. So
it's going to be like those Jeep fucking surprises. It's going to be like ducks everywhere. Shit.
Yeah. Some ducks.
All of a sudden, instead of sending you a magazine, it's going to send you a duck, and it's just going to say, tune in, the magazine's coming soon.
Yep. I just gets a duck or something like that.
Send everybody ducks, and then you're like, if you collect all the ducks, you get a special issue.
Well, the special issue was something that is kind of it's a funny thing. So I had only a few copies of this made, and when I made the announcement at MiniNats of the cover, I unveiled what I called the wrong cover.
I gotta see this.
Yeah, so the quick story behind it was that at the Spark show here, well, it's in Sevierville, so like 30 minutes from me, the guys that put that on, Adam Tripp and Don Dizzy Davis, all of them, I was up there, and it was early before the show actually started. In the summertime here in Sevierville in East Tennessee, it's hot. So it was already like 80 something degrees and pure humidity. Like, I mean, it's miserable usually here in the summertime. And so Chase, the guy that owned the truck that's on the cover, had left his truck in the barn on the show grounds overnight, because a lot of people do, because it's easier. You can leave it there and it's not touched. Well, they had the great idea to stand around it and take a lovely looking photo.
I gotta see
and
that.
So I had it made.
Nice.
So we even have Hank the mannequin from Hammered Weekend Wear back there in the back. So there was only a few of those made. And of course, Chase, the owner of the truck, got one. But then we auctioned one off at MiniNats for spreading the love, because we thought that would be something.
You know what you need to do is you need to do that like for like every time you go to a different state, do an issue like that, dude. That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I think it's something that we'll continue doing, because it's going to be something that people enjoy. But this was also just to play a trick on everybody, because Chase didn't even know this photo shoot even happened. So yeah, he had no idea. It was before he was there. So I've held on to this picture for like a year and a half, and I had no idea what I was going to do with it. And then I was like, "Yep, this is what I'm doing." Yeah.
Here's your magazine, bro. Don't fucking.
Yeah, I was like, "Yep, this is where this is going." So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad.
I
But
wouldn't be mad either. He would have handed me like, here's your, I'm like, you motherfucker. Well, you
yeah,
need the real Hank fucking shit.
yep.
Fucking
You got to watch
Jeremy.
out with that. That Jeremy gets a little Hank the Tank over there.
He gets,
Yeah,
gets Hank the
yeah,
Tank.
dude. Oh yeah, that fool in the pickle. Fucking yeah, you got to interview him in the pickle, bro. That
Yep.
pickle has a long history of what that shell used to be, and that's a big thing. Like like
Yeah.
that thing sat as yard art for a while, and then Jeremy got a long while. That thing sat at yard art, and then Jeremy got a hold of it, and now it's running driving.
No, it's not running.
It's not running driving.
No.
He's got the motor in it.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
Okay,
got
so
everything mocked up.
Oh.
He's got to take it apart and do some touch up stuff here, there, finish up some wiring. I don't know,
That's
Jeremy,
what
it's your truck. Why don't you tell
yeah,
us?
see that's what I'm telling you.
Like,
Like,
why am I sitting here?
I know, you're
figure it
like,
out
right
now. I
you're
mean,
like,
I
shit.
remember the conversation vaguely, but
that's like his
Yeah.
truck. He's like, I gotta do all this shit
I'm
to
gonna
it.
rip that whole damn thing apart now.
Yeah, see, that's what happens. You toss out the magazine, and we're all stripping our shit, getting ready to build shit. And then
Well,
some
that's
people are
good.
doing their shit
That's
right
what we
now.
want.
As we speak,
Yeah.
right now,
Oh.
someone is stripping their truck right now.
Really?
Yeah, right
No,
now.
Jeremy's
What,
coming.
Jeremy? Can't wait until I see it's on
No,
the.
can't see it until it's on the cover.
Oh shit! All right, hey, fucking, you said it, way.
Yeah.
You said it. We have him in the house right now, so there you go. There you go. And remember, he's coming to Arizona to fucking handle some fucking, kick down some doors and be some lawyer shit. Dude, now we have a mini truck.
Let's hope so.
Now we have a
Yeah.
mini truck in the community. So now,
Well, that's
dude,
what
that's bad because
I've helped.
you know we're gonna get into some dumb shit, and we're gonna call you and be like, "Is that legal? Could we kick a goat?"
Well, that's what I told everybody. I'm good with. Like I've already helped. So the firm that I work for, we do criminal defense, but also personal injury. So we do car wrecks, and that's what I've handled for now 7 years. And so a lot of my mini truck friends have been in car wrecks, so I've handled all their cases.
My daughter was
so-
just in 2 days ago.
Oh no!
Yeah, she
Yeah, she totaled her car, rear-ended another one. That sent it into
turned into
four
five.
other cars,
five?
and
yeah,
she's,
yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
She's
Yeah,
gonna start her
that's-
new job as a destruction derby car driver.
Good. See,
Yeah, she's
putting that good work to use, I guess. Right.
oh, dude, his insurance. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't even. Yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
even want to see it
Dude,
next
I don't even think Shaquille O'Neal and the General might not even happy with that shit.
Probably
Yeah.
Probably not. They're the worst to deal with anyway. So
I don't even want to deal with it.
Shit. Fuck, man. All right, man. It is 9:04. And we're going to take a commercial break. We'll bring you right back, and then we'll start the controversial questions, and we'll We'll get everything going, and we'll keep finishing up the show, and we'll get you going. How's that? We'll see you in a minute. What up? We had to go to commercial. Chris. So we're all back. All right.
Fully sponsor it.
All right. There's your first controversial question. You ask him. God damn it, you
Nope,
bearded
you-
asshole.
Nope, it's your
All right, this guy. So Chris asked, will you want to be our sponsor, bro?
What's it take to be a sponsor?
Yeah.
What's it gonna take?
Yeah, what's the terms there? Speaking of my lawyer, here, sorry.
Fucking
Since I'm a lawyer here.
yeah, I know you're a lawyer. Reach out, I'm down. See, there you go.
We
Even
email
Leah's
them
down.
all the info.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Alright.
we can email you all the info, and ain't no problem.
Oh,
I like
There's
it.
Leah.
There's Leah. Fucking love you,
Alright.
girl. Hey, congrats, Leah. I heard your little girl graduated. Her daughter graduated. A lot of graduates coming up today. You got any kids with?
Well, since we're on the controversial topic of everything, I love to throw this in the mix. My husband has 3 kids, so I always throw that in there.
Your husband
Yeah,
has 3 kids.
yeah, he has 3
Cool.
kids. So,
Awesome, bro. Hell yeah.
yeah,
Fucking
so
right,
I
bro.
got
How long
like
you guys been together?
I was gonna say,
we've been together for a little over 11 years now.
Damn, so you guys are miserable like the rest of us.
We are, yeah, we've been, yeah. That's why I tell people. So the funny thing is he looks pretty much just like I do, beard, glasses, dark hair. So we look kind of like brothers, and we always tell people, yeah, we do things that brothers probably shouldn't do. So you gotta have fun with it. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
And with that, we have our sponsor, Butt Butter Automotive. We keep your car and your turd clean, shine as fuck. Fuck crazy, bro. That's funny as fuck, dude. We do what brothers shouldn't do. Wait a minute, it's like, remember that episode of Family Guy when Brian's like, tells Stewie's like, can I do stuff with my friend? With my friend that's a guy? And he goes, that's gay, Stewie. That's me. You're like, the same shit, dude.
Yep.
That's awesome, bro, man.
Yeah.
And you guys been, and so 11 years, bro. How do you keep it, dude? 11 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, I always say that it's like 500 in gay because most gay couples don't stay together very long. So
I am loving, dude. I am loving this mother. This is fucking hilarious.
Does your husband mini truck with you?
Yes, does he?
yeah, so yeah, he's at all the shows with me. He hangs out. Yeah, we cruise in the truck. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's.
I can't wait. I
really can't.
Dude,
I can't wait till you guys.
dude, once you come in Arizona, dude, hit us up, bro. We'll give you a night on the town, fucking come bullshit and drink and fucking whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Sounds good to me. But like I said, it's always funny because I'm not like the flamboyant type either. So most people have no idea. And then when I say like, oh yeah,
it's like a manly bear, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, here's my husband. Everybody's like, what are you talking about? So I always
just turn around and be like, this is my man, yo. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
I don't care. But I make fun of myself all the time. So that's one thing. Like I don't get like bent over, shape out of all this different stuff. I'm like, I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me whatsoever. I joke about everything all the time.
That is fucking awesome, bro. That's fucking awesome. I can only hear the shit that you and him talk about back and forth, bro.
Oh yeah. It's awful. It's awful. But
I can only imagine that you guys, when you guys are out and about fucking with people and fucking.
Oh yeah, it's great to see their facial expressions when you tell them. Yeah, it's great because so I usually am a little bit more reserved in what I say to random people whenever I'm talking, but he is like unhinged when it comes to that. So he's the funny one of the two of us. I just so it's awful.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. I can only see him now fucking talking shit and telling you some fucking stupid jokes or dumb.
Oh yeah. Jokes are like his thing. So hopefully you're not offended by gay jokes because that's usually what he throws in there. And they're usually like awful. They're awful.
Nah, trust me, bro. You're perfectly fine. I am polyamorous, so you're okay. Like
there you go. Yeah. But we have a good time. It keeps things interesting.
I love it. That's awesome. Dude, trust me, it
Sean chimed in. He literally just got on here
like
the
that's
perfect
awesome,
time.
and that's tight, dude. Because like that's cool that you and your husband can fucking do the same shit, and then at the same time, people are just like, you get to fuck with them all the way, and it's just like because I bet you guys people watch. I know you guys really people watch, and then you guys fuck with people, and then look back and be like, let's see what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Let's see what's gonna happen.
because I'm the first one, like after he'll like say something, I'll be like, "Oh, hey, girl," like just something stupid, whatever, and then it usually ends up going really south from there.
The South
So
it's like
it's
I can
rough.
see you guys in the supermarket and be like, get another cucumber.
Yeah,
But it this time.
yeah, that's something he would say because then he
Oh
would just
no
he would
way.
be trying to
Holy
he would
shit.
be trying to embarrass me at that
What the
point,
fuck? Really?
but then it would be just we would both just
I
have
can sit down, dude. That's crazy.
yeah.
That's dude. I know. I bet you when you go to the grocery store anywhere, just like we're gonna walk in, we're gonna walk out. I don't want to hear you say nothing.
Yep.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, all right, just be quiet for a few minutes, please.
Just be quiet for a couple aisles. At least
Yeah.
5 aisles.
So what is the worst style your husband's yelled at you at? Or what is the fucking most weirdest thing he's like when you guys are out and you're like, you motherfucker. I swear to
I
God.
don't know. It's usually something just so random at that point. I don't even know. It's because he just his mind thinks differently than mine. Obviously, it's like he comes up with jokes like off the cuff, and I'm like, I can't even say a joke to save my life. So usually that's when it's best, when he just comes up with something completely random, but then people are all standing around and here I am trying to, keep it together while not dying of laughter.
That's a big question.
controversial
That is
right
very
there.
controversial question. Our producer asked, will there eventually be a mini trucking super show? And if so, what state would it be in?
Give a reference to like
I don't know.
it would have to be mini nats. Mini nats is probably
Mini
the
Nats
closest thing
yeah.
to
Yeah.
Super
So
What would be our super?
eventually I thought about hosting a some sort of event. It's hard to find a very like generalized place for everybody to come to. Mini Nats, it's like, that is kind of the end all be all for everybody in the scene, to be a part of. And I wouldn't, Jason and I are great friends, and I would never want to, try to compete with his show in whatever form of that, because that's such a great show and it's amazing. But eventually I would like to do something, and it would maybe be something that, because Sean Rose and I had talked about this, and maybe it's something that we do that's more of a charity event, where it's kind of just one big event, for multiple different states, charities or something, and then that way it brings everybody together for a great cause, but also we all get together again.
That's not bad. I like that. Hell yeah, dude. That'd be tight. Fucking anything that's charity is always good to help the community out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You almost need to pick a state though.
Yeah.
If you were gonna do it, it would, because I mean everybody comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
Like if you had to pick a state, what state would you put it in?
There you go.
I don't know. I would try to go at least kind of in the middle of the United States somewhere, I guess. Try to.
We're talking like Iowa,
Or
Missouri,
Utah, or well, it says in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah, if you're gonna go in the middle of the United States, that's what it leaves you with.
Okay.
I don't know. It's really difficult to decide, because I feel like if I did it, if I did it here, if I did it, see, there you go. West Coast Nats is already in talks with you. That's great. That's great. I just think that if we were to have a show, it would have to be somewhere kind of in the middle. That way, it wouldn't be straight for the southeast over here, or straight for West Coast. Because I feel like I didn't get to go to a lot of shows that were on the West Coast for many years, just because it's expensive to travel from this side all the way over there.
All right, I'm gonna go squirrel for a minute. I'm gonna go squirrel for a minute. Where's your man at?
Oh, he's downstairs somewhere. Yeah, he's downstairs somewhere.
Downstairs somewhere. I was gonna be like, tell that fool to come up and say what's up. Fucking yeah.
Yeah, he's downstairs with the dogs, trying to keep them quiet.
I was trying to keep everyone quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, because we have two basset hounds, and so they get kind of loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
I love
Yeah.
that.
dude. You
Where's the
should have
dog? Bring the dog
see,
on.
you should see, look, see, not. That's what I'm saying. You should have told your man to come up with the dogs, man. Look at that.
I know.
Yeah.
If-
Oklahoma way.
But it'd have to be in the wintertime.
Oklahoma. Yeah, in the wintertime,
Yeah, you
Oklahoma.
can't do it for show in Oklahoma.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It would be really difficult to decide on where exactly to put it, just because I wouldn't know where would be a great place, and also the weather is so different and all over the place. So I don't know. It'd be a really difficult choice.
Damn,
I mean,
dude.
Arizona's the only place that doesn't have any sort of.
Yeah, we don't
fucked
have.
up
Yeah,
weather.
yeah, we ain't got no fucked up weather here, but
It just rains.
It
just
for like
rains.
a few hours.
yeah,
if,
It, like-
if that.
every 5 minutes. Like if you don't like the weather, just wait a few
Yeah,
minutes.
wait a couple minutes, go
Yeah,
back
it'll-
outside.
yeah,
and, oh,
it'll be
look,
sunny.
It's 120 degrees.
Yeah,
again.
so
perfect.
Over here, it's like one side will rain, one side of town will rain, and the other side of town won't.
Yeah, like Mesa will get rain, and then
Will be sunny, and
Phoenix is still dry, and
yeah, it'll be spots everywhere, bro. It's like so we're good here. We ain't got tornadoes. We ain't got we got crackheads and shit, but
yeah, we got
whatever.
crackheads,
get-
zombies,
yeah,
tweakers,
we got everything.
prostitutes.
You guys
We
got
get-
that.
Yeah, we get like all 4 seasons in like the same day usually, because it's like it's all over the place a lot of times. Because like so where I live, we're in the valley next to the Smoky Mountains, so it's like the rain will hit us a lot of times, but not the mountains, and then it will like be colder in the valley before it actually warms up, and so the weather is really messed up.
And you guys you're in what state right now?
We're in Tennessee.
I was gonna say
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
The Tennessee.
Smoky
Okay.
Mountains.
Oh, dude, my cousin lives out in Tennessee. I don't know what part he lives in, but one of my cousins lives out in Tennessee. That's badass.
That's cool.
Yo. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Far Tennessee.
Joey's boy lives out there.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Joey. Yep. Well, I believe so. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are moving out that way. It's nice country
Hell yeah, it
country
is.
folks, small town living. Fucking nice.
That freaking house that pops up on my feed, I'm like,
They're
God
great,
damn.
dude. They're
I'm like,
cheap as
dude.
fuck out there.
Well,
Yeah. What do you
wouldn't
what do you
say that.
get acres?
We-
On a couple acres, right?
Well, so we rent right now just because law school is expensive, and it was either we purchase a house before I start law school or after, and I was like, yeah, definitely gonna have to be after. So because I started law school about the same time COVID hit, and so like that's when all the prices kind of shot up and
Yeah,
things. So
yeah.
we're gonna wait and do that. So right now we just rent a house, but eventually, hopefully, like in the next year, buy something nice. Just get out of a rental property. So
Yeah, dude, trust me. Fucking having a rental property, you can only do what you can as you're renting to own, and yeah.
But
I bet you
it's
party. I bet you a party when you look at the house, you're like, I want to rip this wall out and do this and fucking do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Shit out.
oh yeah,
It's
always-
and then your man turns and goes, we can't. We rent. Like that's
Yep.
suck ass because we have to.
Yep.
Like, are you guys? How's your rent out there, bro? Like pretty cheap or?
no. Well, so in the last couple of years, I think we actually have one of the highest rates now. One of the highest rates in the states, just because they went up so drastically.
Okay, but how bad? Because in Arizona, we're paying.
Let him.
All right.
Let him say his first.
Okay.
All right, so we have a good deal because we've been here for a few years. But I'll tell you what they told us they were going to rent it to somebody if we were to move out now. So
Okay.
for about a 1,600 square foot 2-story house with like a small little yard, we pay about $1,800 a month, but they told us it would be about $2,200 to $2,300 if they were to rent it to somebody else.
It's about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's about
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
about the same. Yeah.
Because everything like 3 bedrooms out here with a okay yard,
And a
2-car
decent-
garage, you might be looking at about the same square footage. You're going to probably pay 23,
Yep.
24, somewhere right around there.
Yeah. Well, see, our standard of living is a lot less here. We're good old southern states. So
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I bet, dude.
Even apartments out here.
Dude,
Yeah.
apartments are
I
retarded
had-
out here, bro.
I had a
Yeah.
3-bedroom, and after I lost my job, my rent went back up to normal rate and all that fun stuff because I wasn't working for the apartment company. But it went up to, I think with taxes, it was $2,700.
Yeah.
I was like,
What we're
no,
seeing for apartments, it's insane. Like they're teeny little apartments, and they're more expensive than our rent is in this house. So yeah, it's insane.
Back to, fucking had to go squirrel for all that shit. Is it harder balancing, you know, um, uh, family and the magazine and
work.
work and having everything what you're doing? Like, has it been hard on you and your husband on having to have the magazine and the business and like
School,
and
work.
school and work and the kids, and like, is it harder to fucking keep up with how you're with everything that's going on, because you guys are probably moving and shaking like crazy?
Yeah. So I mean, law school was 3 years, and basically what I tell everybody is like it was as if I was standing still and everybody else was like running circles around me because I couldn't do as much as I wanted to do. Now, one thing about me is I hate sitting still. I always have to go and go and go. So the magazine was great for me because it kind of kept my mind going outside of studying for exams and big court stuff, whatever. Did I barely get any sleep for 3 years? Yeah, that's okay. Like that was, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The good news is that of course because the husband's in on this stuff too, then we spent a lot of time working on the magazine together. So it wasn't like I was the only one like out doing whatever.
So you guys kind of share almost the same hobby and stuff, almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
and
interest, but not like you guys aren't really like, well, I want to do this, and because like a lot of the couples, I always ask the couples is like, is it harder like having to build something, having to build a truck, like there's got to be some fighting to where like, hey man, we can't do this, we can't, we got to put our money towards this right now, like we got to push this on the back burner, we got the kids doing this, like. Is it harder being a family man and running a business and now running a magazine?
I mean, I think it's about the same, to be honest, because I mean, I know we're just kind of just now getting started, but at the same time, I feel like it's not a terrible kind of mixture, because like usually I work 8:30 to 5 at the law firm. Well, now because school's over. But then like I come home and then usually, I can work on the magazine stuff while I'm doing other things. So it's like the balance has been great. It's not been too one-sided or anything, and it's been pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Shout out to your husband that's fucking keeping it down, and having to fucking, be behind you on that, and you guys are able to do that.
Yeah,
hey,
he did a lot.
I know it is.
Yeah, he did a lot behind the scenes there was like so with it being my last semester and graduation and stuff, I was like, all right, because the bar exam is a 2-day, 6-hour each day exam, and so so it's 12 hours total. But my final, it's not a fun exam. But the last final that I took on like a week and a half ago was a 6-hour final, and it simulated 1 day of the bar exam. And so basically, this is what you have to know for the bar exam. That is the whole entire legal book that you have to know.
I thought the next issue of MiniTruckin Magazine.
I wish.
I thought that was the tech article one that you were going to say.
Yeah. So doing trying to study
that whole book and the laws, right? Whatever law.
Yeah, because this is your black letter law. So this is like the actual stuff that you got to know.
That's in Tennessee only, correct?
That's only Tennessee.
No. So this one, what they do is if you take, they call it the multi-state bar. So what you can do is as long as your school is accredited, then you can practice in any state as long as you can pass the bar in one, and then you ask other states to be barred in other states.
Oh, so that's why fucking. Oh, okay.
That's why it's so damn big.
Yeah,
Damn.
but yeah, so you have to learn, like, this is federal law, so it's like all across the major federal laws. So that's when my exam was over, and so I had to know that everything. It's 200 multiple choice questions in 6 hours,
Okay.
and so
now that so you understand that now that you're a lawyer, and a lot of mini truckers are gonna fucking hit you up without hours of time, and a lot of the fucking idiots are gonna be like, "Is it okay if we're an IHOP and we throw a pancake at the cook?"
It depends on what state you're in.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it? I just want to know.
You might have had to walk in with a duck on your head in order to do that.
Yeah.
There are some old ass laws that are still in place.
He's gonna have to send me like a whole book because there's gonna be some fucking shit, that people like I get lost in Vegas a lot when it comes to like car shows. And so it's like fuck. Okay, so like
Just
if
word it.
So if I get lost somewhere and I get locked in something and I can't get out,
Locked in something? Is this gonna go sexual?
no. So like if I end up in a bathroom and I'm passed out, is there some weird law like if I pass out somewhere, like it's just a lot of shit, dude. Like I get lost a lot when I drink, we party a lot. So like, just you lost in general. Yeah. See, I told you. I sleep. Yeah.
We lost him for 3 hours at a car show, and he passed out in the Lowe's bathroom.
So it's Is there any laws of like as long as I fucking be able to make it out, right? Lowe's can't sue me for like sleeping in there or something. Just want to make sure.
I mean, that's good question. Because I'd say that's state specific, just because so there's certain states like in Tennessee, there's certain laws that we don't have, like battery and different things are different. They have different versions of it here as they do in other states. So I guess it's going to depend on what their like actual trespass law is, because you would be considered an invitee, but have you surpassed your invitee license at that point by staying in the bathroom after hours? That's what I can see.
He just got all technical.
Yeah, hell yeah!
Real
Thank
fast.
God. See, now I know we have a mini trucker lawyer. So if you ever want to, if you have any problems, if you get lost in the bathroom, or you throw a pancake at a cook at a Denny's at 3 a.m. because he got your pancakes and your eggs wrong, hit him up.
You do know out here in Arizona, you can still get hung.
I know that.
For stealing another man's horse. It's still an active law.
But that's only the people that are on 51st and Cactus that have horses.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's still a law.
See, there was a law in Tennessee for a long time. I think it was in Tennessee. It's either Tennessee or North Carolina. That was like, you can't ride your camel on Wednesdays or something. I don't know. And I was like, first off, who has camels in Tennessee? And I was like, second, who's still riding a camel in 2024? But
there's another law in Minnesota. If you cross over the Wisconsin to Minnesota border with a duck on your head, you can be prosecuted to the full whatever extent of the law. Yeah. There are a whole bunch of dumb shit.
All right, dude. Okay, so in Tennessee, is there some weird law like, you can't, leave your, you can't leave your shirt outside for something, or like there's got to be some weird law because you can't walk in with a duck on your. Who the fuck does that?
Oh, and out here there's another law.
We got nunchuck laws.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say in Arizona you cannot have a donkey sleep in a bathtub.
You know why? Because that happened at somebody's party, and that's how that law came about.
Well, it's probably yours.
No.
How do you remember? You were sleeping. How are you gonna know? You were sleeping.
I'm always sleeping. I've never thought.
You're always sleeping.
Always.
Yeah, here's a good one. Here's a good one for you. In Tennessee, you cannot carry a skunk across the state line.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is carrying a skunk? Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's, I don't know, strange things that come about. But yeah.
Damn Paz. Fuck you, asshole. goddamn, dude, that's some weird ass fucking laws.
There's
man.
a lot of weird ass laws that are
What,
still
like-
in play from like
Okay, so
the 1900s.
what are you gonna do if you come across somebody who fucking brings you somebody does something and and then they're like they call you and they go, hey man, I need you to represent me, and it's for some dumbest law in Tennessee, and you be
Well,
like,
now I know about the skunk one, so
You-
guess
yeah,
who the first
that's-
person I'm calling when I go. I'm calling this guy.
remember, so if we wind up over there for a truck show and
You get a
fucking,
call from me. Sorry,
yeah,
bro.
he's gonna,
I had a
like,
skunk.
yeah, he's like, what? We wanted to see if it was real.
Yep. Well, I mean, call me. I'll figure out a way around the law.
Right? Fuck.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm good at. That's why we do criminal defense. One of the first cases that I really worked on heavily was a first degree murder case. So we got it from first degree murder down to involuntary manslaughter, no jail time, at 8 months probation. So
What? Over fucking
Damn,
him
he's
being-
good.
Damn, dude.
yeah.
Like, what? Was it, is it like a OJ status? The glove didn't fit, so we must have quit, or what?
No, I mean, it was an interesting case. And I mean, it was, I'm not able to say a whole lot about the actual case.
Yeah. That's, I kind of
Obviously,
figured.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good case. It was,
There we
Oh,
go.
there you
Baby
go.
Sean has a great question. Is MiniTruckin here to stay? Huge bucket list to have his truck in MiniTruckin.
yeah, MiniTruckin's here to stay. I don't plan on letting it go anytime soon. Like I said, we're just kind of ramping up. So,
Swear to God, if your husband is listening, if he at any time wants to fucking do something retarded with the thing, you better slap him upside the head. I'm saying, like, nah, man.
He's probably downstairs watching.
I know. He'd probably be
He's
like,
probably downstairs watching the dogs,
Yeah,
but in all
probably
reality, he's got it up on the TV.
I
right
know.
now.
It's like, yeah.
probably because he's probably like, what kind of BS is he saying up there? Because he probably
Right.
has no idea what I'm saying. So
He hasn't commented
I
yet.
know. I'm waiting for him to comment. It's a miracle he hasn't commented yet.
he probably will eventually.
See, there you go, Sean. Hit him up and fucking you guys can get together and figure out something on your truck being a part of the issue. And maybe when you come into town, you can probably hook up with Sean and fucking talk about, having the
Talk some shit.
and check out his truck and whatnot, man. So,
It's
do you
good.
eat tacos, Way? Do you like tacos?
Oh yeah, love tacos.
Yeah,
What are you talking
alright,
about? We always love
When you come into town, hit us up and we'll fucking go get you some tacos and eat some fucking.
In Louisiana, it is
Okay, here we go.
illegal to
motherfucker.
send a surprise pizza to someone.
Surprise pizza.
Yeah, don't send surprise pizzas. That
Yeah, you can't
Sounds
send
terrible.
somebody a random pizza. It's against the law.
See,
How
how does
stupid is
how-
that?
I know, but how does that work now with Uber Eats? When you have bitches online and people are like, hey, send me some food. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you
You
do,
better
like,
make sure that shit's in fucking text message or writing, because otherwise you get in trouble.
like, holy shit,
Yep.
dude, everybody's fucking, you can't do shit. You can't. Some fucking laws now, man.
Oh, dude, I can pull up.
I know,
Of
like, yeah. He's
a
like,
ton
yep.
of them. I
And
can
he'd be
sit
like,
here all
I
day.
agree with that. He's gonna
Yeah.
be like, all right, cool.
all
Yes, we
stupid.
can do that. Stupidest laws. And
Surprise dog.
right. Yeah, there you go.
geez, I can only imagine. Have you ever had what?
For any witnesses. So
There we
voir
go.
dire is how you pick a jury. So you go through and you're talking to the jury pool. You're asking questions, and trying to you gain some insight into their lives to figure out if they're going to be a good jury person or not. So I mean, like, I've asked questions to the jury pool, and I've cross-examined witnesses on the witness stand. So it's two separate things. But yeah,
What up, bro? He has a lowrider, but it's not on switches. Yeah,
It's all right.
he has a stance lowrider.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, that exists.
No,
It's a
I
stance.
didn't know this one.
Oh, what?
Driving through Minnesota, make sure you wash your car prior, because dirty tires are considered a public nuisance.
Shut
If
the
they deposit dirt or mud or any sort of substance on the street or highway.
Okay, I want to see
Just like the Michigan one that you just read.
Yeah,
you cannot sell a vehicle
on a
on Sunday in Michigan.
I want to. Well, you know what? That law is good because there's probably a bunch of Karens that are fucking waiting for that to happen.
Probably.
Damn,
Probably.
I would have so much trouble if I took the mud from here to there.
Oh shit! Jeez, dude. See what you did? Now he's fucking trying to find.
Oh, I'm gonna be on this for a hot minute.
And you're a dick. What?
Daryl
Nothing.
said you want to take an ass in your
There's
dick?
nothing wrong with a fucking stance lowrider. It's okay.
Stance?
It's
Static?
static. It's a
Oh.
static lowrider. He's got wheels, looks nice. When somebody goes, "Hey, can you hit it?" He's just gonna be like,
Yeah, I can hit it. Pow.
"Yeah, that's it." That's like whenever before I would fucking drive my mini truck, and some lowrider would pull up next to me and be like, "Bam, bam, bam, bam," and I'm just like, and he just look at me and be like,
No.
I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
Nope,
we're on the same shit.
I'm not sure you
have a truck.
Oh.
Ah! I have a truck. It sits in my carport. It'll move. It's
It's a very heavy paperweight.
super paperweight. And then I have lawn art in the back. I have lawn
It's
art.
all right.
Everybody, you got lawn art?
Back, lawn art on the side.
You have any lawn art in your yard or no?
I did, but it's all been kind of moved around now. Finally.
It sounds like you.
What? That's the best thing we can do, right? Move it around.
Yeah, just move it. That way it's not stationary. You can just, you gotta have the neighbors on one side enjoy it, and you can give it to the other neighbors to enjoy it.
Right. Everyone, you got to show everybody it. Like, look,
All
I'm
sides
showing it all
All
off.
sides of it.
Look at all the dust
all sides.
for years. Look at all 4 flat tires that still hold air, but kind of work.
Oh yeah, and then the dent. There's a dent somewhere. You got to show them that something.
Yep. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Our producer wants to
Intervene. Oh, look at you.
look at this guy.
Hey, hi, how you doing?
Hey, real quick, what up? You don't want to intervene on crazy, but for those that are in Arizona, we are having a show and shine in Arizona, and we want to welcome anybody that all the mini truckers come out, man. Get registered, man. We gonna have they have plaques. It's not your normal plaques, trophies, all that craziness, but there's gonna be a bunch of shit out there, a bunch of people out there, and there is gonna be a lot of low riders out there, but we definitely want to bring the mini truck scene out there too. That's the flyer for right there, and then it'll also get posted on the page.
Cool.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
But that's pretty much it, man. Also, I got something for y'all too.
Yay.
We'll do that.
Hell yeah. So,
Oh, it got weird. There we go.
all right.
I'm like, you got weird.
Like,
We
I
all,
got small.
Back out again.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking, is it another question because of the magazine? Has anything changed throughout what do you feel that MiniTruckin has evolved, or do you feel how far you think we're gonna go into the future because of the bullshit with the Cybertruck and whatnot? Do you think we're gonna be able to see EV mini trucks, like people converting electric vehicles and sitting on mini trucks? Fuck you, Dan. Pass.
Hey, Dan, where's my $20?
No one's taking a shirt off. You have fuck you. Too. No one's taking a shirt off. I don't get Fuck no. They don't buy my beer, so I'm not taking my fucking goddamn shirt off.
No.
Mine. Will there be shirts and
Sharks?
Sharks.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of sharks.
Damn fool.
Yeah.
Look at
Sharks
that.
and hats.
You know what? Now you need to make a shirt that says mini truck and sharks.
Mini truck and charts. All right. Yeah, we can do that. No, yeah, there will be stuff. There will be stuff that we have probably in the next couple of weeks. We'll have some things, some of the local shows as well. But
He does, Dan.
yeah.
Yes, he does. He needs that beer money. He needs
This
that
is
next
what
fix.
always happens at
He
the
needs
end
that
of the
next fix,
fucking
Dan.
night. No, yeah.
It's all right.
Is there anything new that you're doing? Like, are you hitting any other shows?
What shows are you
Yeah,
going
what shows
to?
are you trying to hit?
So I didn't want to do like everybody else and get just only the big shows, so there's going to be some that we do that's going to be smaller shows because there's a lot of people that don't get to travel to a lot of the big shows. So of course, like mini nets, we went there. We that's going to be one that we always go to. But then I think there's going to be a couple people that go to the like photographer wise, rolling in the Red Rocks. There'll be a couple people there, and then we've got Battle in Bama in a couple weeks that we'll be at.
Yeah, Bama's
Yep. And then after that, we'll be at Slamology because Dan and Donnie and I go way back, so we'll be at Slamology.
Okay.
And then other than that, it's going to be just anywhere and everywhere that we can hit. A lot of our photographers travel already just because they're in the scene, they enjoy going, or they have a vehicle, whatever that they're taking. So we're just kind of letting them kind of pick and choose, and then we're just adding photos as we go along because we're also throwing in some of the other countries. So like we have there's since Shitaro's out of Japan, he's been going to a few of the Japanese shows out there. And then yeah, like it'll be cool to see some of the stuff from Japan. And then obviously we've got the stuff from Australia, and then Canada. We even have a photographer in New Zealand. So there'll be quite a few different shows come from that as well. So it's hard to pick and choose because we're just going to start adding in as many as we can into the magazines.
Hell yeah, man. Just real quick, man. There's one person I think that it would be really cool for you to like do a tech article with would be Mark Zarate. If that Mr. Man with the AKA Taco Supreme. If you see, he's already building. I'm gonna say like what would be number 2 or would be like because he's getting down on his new Tacoma. So I think reach out to him, dude. He's building some badass stuff right now. Because he did have Taco Supreme, and then now he's building the Toyota that he's got, and it's just like, and then he also has that other Toyota that's the Roadster one that he got too, which is badass, which is an old mini truck from the, if you remember from the page where they had where they're sitting in front of a diner.
Yep.
Like an old poster, and it had the Roadster Toyota. So like that, he has that. He's currently starting to build on that one too. So like Mark Zarate would be somebody like he's to do a tech article with him now would be badass. Like so. I just throw that out there for you. Is there any other? Yeah. Is there any other like places that people can like get a hold of you, or like how do people reach out to you to get their pictures in the magazine?
So usually, like for the readers' rides and stuff, we have an online form that you can fill out, and you can dump a few photos in. It just goes into a big Google Drive for me, and then what we do is we just go through and we just randomly pick one. I just have like a randomizer, and it just picks a few, and then I pull from there. So that's just for like the readers' rides and the construction zone sections. For other, like if you're gonna want to like do features or whatever, the easiest thing is to either just usually it's easier just to send a message on Facebook or Instagram, and then I can get in contact with whoever, because I'm the one that usually checks over all the messages, but we have a couple other people that do as well, and then they just tell me like, hey, this was somebody.
Right. Hell yeah, man.
So
this just in, we just got a whole set of bottle cap openers. Shit. We're gonna be giving those out, I'm gonna say.
Oh, I can give them out.
Yeah. Holy shit! Like this is something new for us. So, like
merch?
Yeah, we'll definitely fucking.
These things are rad.
So we'll trade you. We'll send you one of these. We'll go back and forth. Look at that. You guys can crack your fucking barrel open right there. Hell yeah, dude.
That's cool.
So we'll send you that. And if anybody wants to purchase those online, I'm gonna believe they're. What are they going for? I'm gonna say we're gonna sell them for about 25.
No.
No, what, like 10? I don't know. What do they go for? At the keychain?
It's well, I mean,
It's a keychain.
It's a keychain.
Keychain bottle cap opener. You can stab somebody with it.
Cap opener. Really?
It's a bottle. It's
What
a
do we
bottle.
do? What do we do?
Fucking crack it open from the side. Yeah, I know. But somebody might use it for a bottle.
What?
It's a belt.
$7, $5.
You know what?
Yeah,
How about
$5.
this? $5. If you like and subscribe, we'll sell it to you for $4. Okay. Like, subscribe.
Here
You get it
comes
for
Nico.
$4.
I'm all here.
So-
Comes Nico.
There we go. If you like, subscribe, and you give a shout out, and you say, "Hey,
These got weight to it.
I know it's fat. We can slap somebody with it."
I mean,
If you give a shout out, and you give and if you right now, if you go to the website, well, I wish we had a website. If you go online and
Do
you
we have a
DM,
website?
if you DM, do we have a
Yeah, we do.
website? So if you go to the website right now, you can get one, and we'll send it to you, and you have to shout out MiniTruckin Magazine is the hashtag when you go to order. Okay, so if you go to order a fucking
these things are
bottle
sick.
opener right now with the hashtag MiniTruckin Magazine,
We need koozies.
you know, how's that, Logan? That cool? You good with that?
Oh yeah, sounds good to me.
Hell yeah. So the network.com. Tune
You
in.
can hear the weight.
Damn, dude, that's fat. That's fucking that's sick. That's
Like,
like a
this
bumper,
is
bro.
Like, this is like bumper bracket.
Yeah, that's a bumper bracket right there. Weld that shit together. So gussets. You got some gussets.
Yeah, you run out of some stock or something.
Run
like
out of-
that.
there we
You
go.
got that little piece that you
There we
need.
go. You weld it together. You got
You need
some
that one little
gussets
piece that you
going
gotta
on.
throw in there real quick.
Shit.
These
So
are clean.
dude, I want to thank you again, man. And this is awesome. I appreciate you for
Dude, it's been
fucking
rad, bro.
It's badass, bro, to know that, a MiniTruckin Magazine has come back. It's here to stay. If you haven't got your fucking issue of the return, which me and Chris haven't, but
Yeah, I do. I already ordered it.
there we go.
I ordered it.
There
For
we
me.
go. I know. I
It's
don't.
staying in my bathroom.
That's fine. I'll fucking
Oh,
read it.
it's
I'll
staying-
read it when I go
it's
use
staying
the
in my
bathroom. So it's badass, man. Is there any other websites or anybody anywhere else they can reach you at? Where they can,
Facebook, Instagram.
yeah, anything else?
Facebook, Instagram. We do have the website minitruckinmag.net. There's a way to get in touch with us on there. And then when you go to purchase something, it's through Big Cartel, so you can also message us on there. Everything
Oh,
comes
hell
to the
yeah.
email, so we all I see it and try to respond back to everything as as quickly as I possibly can. Usually it's within a few hours I get everybody responded back to. So
No OnlyFans or nothing.
not yet. I'll have to wait on that one.
Dude,
Not that broke.
dude, but I can only see it now.
There's a lawyer.
I can only see it now. The issue that he showed us would literally be every OnlyFans photo would be like a dude in front of a truck just like that, dude. I would pose for that shit.
Yeah, because who doesn't
I would-
enjoy seeing that every day? Just so yeah.
That's
That's
just fucking hilarious, dude. Because there's so many people that take pictures like that at car shows, and then when you realize that, like, you know what I mean, like,
oh yeah.
he took a picture like that.
In our outside the pages section, I had to throw this in there for the first issue because I was like, these people are gonna die when they see this. But also if I can get it close enough to it. There we go.
Shit!
Well,
Those must
yeah.
be sunset. Those gotta be sunset edition.
What petitioner? That was a run. I wonder what if somebody recognizes those people in that picture. Please DM us. Have Moses pose with this Mazda. I'm down. There we
There
go,
you go.
dude. I'm down. There we go.
Oh, we're sending it. I will send that. I will take the picture and send it directly to him.
Sounds good too. You never know what might happen with the photo. Because like I said, I took that picture a year and a half ago. So I still have it on my phone from when I originally took it. And yeah. Good time.
Damn, man. Hell yeah. I just want to thank you again, man, for coming on, and I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I hope that
Big
dude, you keep it going. Can't wait to fucking see you when you come into town, and yeah,
July, right?
July, right?
It'll either be probably June or July, depending on when I can make it out there. I've just got
All
to.
right, well, fucking just shoot me a
Yeah,
text.
hit us up.
Just shoot me a text, man. So I got your
Or
number.
email.
So no, I got
Yeah.
his number. Yeah, I got his number. So we can.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he just texted me, and we'll be good. So hell yeah, man! I want to thank you again. If you haven't heard and you do not fucking realize that the return of the magazine has came back, MiniTruckin Magazine
everybody
is
that's
here
been
to stay.
sleeping,
Yeah,
It's
anybody.
back.
Yeah, it's back.
it's back.
It's back. And thank you to
And you
fucking
can
Logan
carry
Wade.
this one.
Thank you to Logan Wade, who has brought it
Bringing
back, for bringing it back. You know, on behalf of fucking Lay Frame Podcast, thank you again, man. And we'll catch you on the flip side. All right.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, tell your, have a good night with you and your family, and fucking hit us up, bro. Can't wait to see you when you come into town. All right.
Sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
Take it easy. We'll see you guys.